Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Travels adventure, and today we're on a new mod map called Barycz. Now I believe that is the right pronunciation, but I'm not 100% certain. But this mod map was released on the 1st of the 2nd 2024. It is only PC and Mac compatible. It's on a version 1.0.0.0. It's 477.46 megabytes to download, and it's made by a map maker called PDA 29. So here's a little bit of information on ModHub that we'll run through. It says, hello in Barycz. This map is inspired by the village of Barycz, a village in Poland, located in the Lower Silesian Voivodeship. I think that's right. It might be pronounced wrong, so I do apologise. On the map you will find one village, 90 fields including 7 meadows, diverse terrain, large forest areas, Polish sewing terms, new terrain paintings, multi-terrain, Polish license plates, change crop textures, change vegetation textures, so trees, bushes, etc. Ready-made spot for farm construction, milk selling point, 2 grain elevators, 2 potato purchase points, 1 sugar beet purchase point, the ability to draw water from hydrants, points for manure purchase, animal dealer, stone selling point, lime purchase point, a purchase point for fertiliser and liquid fertiliser, plus grains and herbicides, 1 hay purchase point, a manure purchase point, selling point for food products, and we wish you a happy game. So that's pretty nice. I think what we'll do though, we'll get our feet firmly back down on the ground and have a quick look at our starting equipment. So we start with some pretty standard equipment. So we've got a couple of medium tractors, got a John Deere 4755, a John Deere 7810 and a Massey Ferguson MF 3670. We've got the standard Deutz-Fahr Topliner harvester, the pickup truck from Lizard as always, the Welger DK115 trailer, complete not to hell, the header for the harvester, the Rab cultivator, the Nordstein power harrow and seeder, and then also the header trailer. So nothing revolutionary, but pretty standard stock bits and bobs. Don't have any leased items, and there's no map specific bits of equipment, so pretty good. Now interestingly, we don't start with a starting farm as such. So this is actually the vehicle shop. So very interesting way of doing it. It's just got the trigger for purchasing and repair, and there's no buildings or anything. Now I've not seen any issues in the console when I've loaded the map through, so I'm guessing this is how the map maker has actually wanted to design it. So pretty basic, I must admit. We do start with a few fields though, so we actually start with this field here. So this is field 90 I think it is, and also 89. So I must admit the soil textures are pretty nice. Some of the textures and some of the vegetation textures are nice as well. That's something that is mentioned in the description. So if I have a quick look on the PDA itself though, as you'll see, so we start with 90, 89 and also 91. Now if I'm not mistaken, if I spin around a minute, I would say, if anybody agrees with me in the comments, this is a perfect place to either put a bigger field in or divide it up a little bit and potentially put in a few nice sheds, and obviously make this your starting farm area with maybe a grass field or something. So I think this could be a perfect area for that. So once we've done that, let's have a quick look at our crop calendar. Now it did say in the description that the crop calendar has been massively changed to suit the Polish place it's based on, and I must admit you can see that now, because obviously September, October, November and March, so you can actually put spring wheat, spring barley in, so that's quite nice. And also everything else has all been changed as well. Nothing seems to have been removed or added in regards to crops or fruits, so that's pretty good. Selling places are pretty good. Not 100% certain on some of the pronunciations of some of the actual places to sell things. So when it comes to the map tour and the selling points on the map, just bear with me. So I might have to miss a few in regards to pronunciations, but I will point them out. But generally most things do sell. I'm going to say some things don't though. So if we just scroll down quickly, silage doesn't. That's a big one. Just something to be really made aware of. And neither does wood. So that's just something I think is probably quite a big issue for some people, because they'll start pretty small on this map, go silage, go wood, and hopefully try and make some money. They don't sell. Just be careful of that. I'm trying to find other things that don't. Fabric and clothes do not, so that's two big money earners sometimes. Cereal doesn't, honey does, so oils do. Planks don't, furniture doesn't. So just a few things there just to be made aware of. We don't start with any animal pens, but we don't start really with any farm buildings, so that kind of makes sense. There's a few contracts. There's quite a few, obviously, fields. There's 90 fields and 7 meadows, so there's going to be a few contracts coming up, but obviously they're not going to be a massive amount of money because the fields are not huge. We don't start with any production chains, but you know, it's not too bad at all, I suppose. So if we have a look at the PDA itself, it's a pretty basic looking PDA, like quite a few Polish maps, but I must admit some of these Polish maps are really, really enjoyable to start small, grow and get bigger and get some bigger equipment, because there's some big fields on this map, I must admit. There's a main road that runs up into the village. Obviously that's where our potential farm area is, shall we say. And then we've got our fields, and obviously then it skirts around here, and then it fires off to a couple of tracks to the middle and to the right, and then over to the left. And most of the fields can be accessed from this main stretch or a few tracks. As you can see, the fields are quite long and narrow on some bits, but some of them are quite big as well. Obviously back here 69, 73, 77, etc. So not too bad at all, I must admit. I'm thinking it's quite a nice looking map. Some of the fields are in interesting sizes and shapes. There's plenty of room to start small and grow bigger, so definitely impressive, I must admit. So if we have a quick look now though at our actual selling points and productions, they're all pretty much down the middle here. So if we zoom in, obviously we're at the shop where our vehicle starts, and we've got purchasing grain, and we've got manure, and then we've got liquid manure. I'm not going to try and pronounce the wheels tower, I think that is, or it might be, I'm not sure. That's about as far as I'll go with that one. Fertilizer and grain, lime, and behind that is manure, and behind that is probably liquid. Yeah, there we go. So that's housewife, animal dealer, potato storage, purchase of grain, storage of potatoes and sugar beets, selling milk from state-owned farms, purchase of hay bales from state-owned farms, and selling stone from state-owned farms. So not too bad. That's pretty much all of the productions on the map. So what we'll do, let's get into a vehicle. We're going to take the John Deere for a spin. I think we're going to take a tractor, because I think on this small map, driving around in the Lizard is probably going to be a bit too quick, and it's probably all going to go a little bit wrong. So we're here. We're probably going to turn right, I think, and probably go out here into the fields and just have a quick look. Yeah, well, I don't know actually. We'll turn left for a start. We can always spin round. Just have a quick look at the village quickly. As you can see though, the village is very nicely modelled. Got some very nice Polish buildings. We've got some nice decorative items. The road is not massively wide, so just something to be very, very careful of. But obviously this land there to our left is definitely somewhere to build a starting farm, in my opinion. And we've got some very nice decorative items though, very in keeping with the map in my opinion. So let's come down here. Oh, some deers in the road. Got another small field there. But as you can see, everything's got some customised texture on it. The texturing has been done very, very well, and it's been done very nicely in regards to the actual area. So I think it's massively in keeping, especially the buildings and the render with a little bit of damage here and there and things. So it doesn't look like the map is actually as flat as I first thought. It's actually quite undulating in places. One thing I will say though is I think the texturing and the colours are a little bit drab in places. They could be a little bit brighter maybe, but apart from that though, it is very nicely done. The fields are of a nice size as well, and there's some very nice soil textures going on, which are a little bit different, so I think that's a really nice feature. We'll go out of here. I think if we keep going there, we'll probably go off to this end of the map, but at least I can show you some of the farms here, and also the actual map edge does look really nice, so I'm quite surprised how good that does look. But yeah, I thought we might be to the end, but this is definitely some custom stubble texture there, I must admit. But just the green on the weeds though, on the grass, just looks like it's a little bit drab to me, especially compared to like the green of the John Deere tractor. but still not too bad. So if we have a quick look around here, we can see we've got some big fields right to the back there. Some nice trees there, they're not too low either, so if you are out of cab it's pretty good. Let's put the winky pots on. So yeah, not bad at all. There's our village sign. What we'll do though is go through the other side of the village, I think, and have a quick look at some of the other areas. But yeah, generally though, I'm quite impressed with this map. It is a very nice actual Polish map, and it does mean that you can probably start on a small European or Eastern European map and just start growing from there. I've seen a couple of combines as well hiding in a few back gardens and sheds, so that's pretty nice. And I must admit the sale points all seem to be using some very nice custom textured and custom made buildings, so I think that does definitely add to the surroundings, and it does feel quite an immersive map as well. Some nice sounds, bird songs, dogs barking, etc. So yeah, I think it's actually not bad at all. So if we just go past our potentially starting farm there, which is quite a nice idea. Not sure about the shop not actually being there, but I suppose it could be like you order your vehicles and they get delivered off to that area there, rather than having an actual dealer to go to. So let's go around here. So, and then we will, just as you can see, kind of splits off. We've got a track up there in between all those large fields, and then around here is just the road as it bears round to the right, and we literally can see all of the fields over there, and also just past this copse of trees over here. So definitely some nice fields to purchase and to expand into, especially this one. Look at that, absolutely massive. Quite nice to have a bit of an inlet of trees there as well. So, and also the ability to probably join quite a lot of these fields together to make some bigger fields, especially this one. If you join that together, that'd be a very nice long wide field. So that's something to think about. So let's have a quick look at our field prices though before we start planning our next series. Let's have a look. So 88, 21,000, 87, 17, 86, 15, not too bad. Seems to have a track through 86, so just be careful with that one. 84, 28, and then 26, 416,000. I think that's probably the biggest on the map. Yeah, I would say so. That's not bad though. So 47 we passed. No, 750, that's 30 acres. It's a big field. £610,000 for 36, 34, 259,000, so not bad. 28, 466. Let's pick some of these small ones up here. 60, 47, 28, 34, and 20. So not bad at all. Let's have a quick look at these quick ones over here. 28, 28 and 14. So some good starting fields there in my opinion, and growing some much bigger fields as well. So hopefully though you have enjoyed this map tour. If you have, give it a like, subscribe to the Grainman channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Many thanks.